Alrighty, so I'm just sitting here on our checkout flow, and what we need to do now is we need to actually go through this checkout flow to test for any bugs and to make sure that there aren't any issues. What we're actually going to need to do though is we need some test credit cards, and the reason why we need test credit cards is because we're running in Stripe's test environment. We need a way to simulate the payment, and we don't want to use any kind of live credit card data. One of the main reasons is I don't really have a 8,000 USD just lying around, but generally speaking, we always want to use this test credit card information just to simulate payments. And then when we go to the live portal, we know that these payments are working because we've simulated with the test information. So the way that we get this test credit card information from Stripe is just Google test credit cards Stripe, and it will take you to this page, and it'll give you a variety of credit cards that you can use to simulate payments from different brands and just to make sure that your setup is working. So if I scroll down to here, we have a list of the credit card information. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this particular one, and I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to add credit card information in. So what occurs when I click add is it redirects me to Stripe. So Stripe is actually securely storing all the credit card information on my application's behalf. And what it will do once I save the credit card is it will just save that kind of linked field of Stripe credit card information. And it means that none of the actual credit card information is stored on my database. So it just allows us to comply with any kind of regulation or any kind of confidentiality burdens associated with payments. For the month and the date, I just choose any forward date. And then for this one, I can put any random number. I'll chuck in test name and I'll save my card. So I can see that that information has now been added. I now want to click pay now and make sure that this is working. So my credit card was successfully charged and we've gone through. So now what I want to do is I want to jump on my database. I want to check that my current cart is clear, so I can see that that is working. If I go to all line items, the status is now complete. If I go to my order, it's complete. My Stripe ID has been captured. So what I can see is that the checkout flow is working as expected. What I now want to verify is I want to verify that the payment has actually gone through. So I can go to my Stripe dashboard and just click on payments over here, and I can see that this Stripe payment has actually come through. And if I click on this one, I actually have a variety of details that I can see. So I can see things like the amount, other information as well, including the owner's email. I also have the ability to refund the payment. I'll go back to the general payments, and what I want to show you now is if I go back to my database, I grab my Stripe ID like so, and I go to search here. I can see that this payment now comes up, and I can view the related payment. So that's why it's really important for us to save the Stripe ID. What it allows us to do is it allows us a mechanism to link between our database where we have an order with the status complete and just jump into Stripe quickly and confirm that the payment has occurred, check the customer information, and then we can also really easily refund that payment if required. I do also want to note that you can use webhooks to confirm if a payment has been successfully completed with Stripe. And if you do want to learn more on how to set up webhooks, please refer to the API related module. So in our next video, we're going to be going over how to set up marketplace payments when the payment is being made by the buyer, but not to us as the app owner, but rather to a seller of products on our platform.